ऊपर भी
आज के तारीख में हम देखें तो इंटरनेशनल यदि बात करें तो वार के बारे में द्वितीय विश्व युद्ध में जो एक सैनिक बचा था उसने कहा था वार इज़ द ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम अगेंस्ट ह्यूमैनिटी। और उसी विचारधारा पे मैं सोचता हूँ कि हमारा विश्व को जो है युद्ध नहीं तो बुद्ध की ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि युद्ध ये खाली हथियारों का कारोबार है। तो ये इज़राइल पैलेस्टीन का कन्फ्लिक्ट हो, फिर भारत पाकिस्तान का कन्फ्लिक्ट हो, या फिर दुनिया में जो भी कन्फ्लिक्ट है, या फिर इंडिविजुअली जो कन्फ्लिक्ट होता है, इसके बारे में एक कविता मैंने देखी कि कन्फ्लिक्ट भी आपने एक कविता उस पर की हुई है। और हमारे साथ में आज दीक्षा भूमि में 67वां जो आज धम्मचक्र प्रवर्तन दिन जो कि बाबा साहब ने किया था, और हमको एक अमेंडेड साइंटिफिक ऐसा बुद्ध धम्म उन्होंने दिया था जो कि धर्म नहीं होते हुए वे ऑफ लाइफ था। और वही फिलॉसफी जो है बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर की, वही फिलॉसफी के तहत ये सब कविताएं मुझे दिखी कि अगेंस्ट ऑल गॉड्स हु आर यू, द पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ क्या है, इंडिया द लैंड ऑफ इंडिजिनस है। उसी तरह से धम्मा वर्सेस धर्मा, द लॉस्ट डेमोक्रेसी, सोशल कंस्ट्रक्ट एंड द बाइनरीज। बाद में डियर मेंस द फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्लॉयटेशन, क्योंकि आज एक्सप्लॉयटेशन जो हो रहा है, मैं कहूँगा कि जो जुल्म ज़्यादती हो रही है, तो ये लोग जो है ये जुल्म करने के लिए, हम पे जुल्म डालने के लिए स्वतंत्र है, लेकिन हम प्रतिकार नहीं कर पा रहे। और बाबा साहब ने वही कहा था कि भाई 100 दिन जो है तो एक दिन आप शेर बन के जियो। तो इस तरह से बहुत ही सभी अच्छे टाइटल है, यानी एक से बढ़कर एक ये कविताएं हैं, पोएम्स है। तो हम जानते हैं मित्र स्वयंदीप से, जो कि तथागत ने भी संदेश दिया था आत्मदीपो भव है, तो उसी के तहत उन्होंने शायद ये नाम धारण किया हो। तो आपके जो पोइट्री का प्रवास है कैसे चालू हुआ और प्रेरणा कैसी मिली?
जय भीम।
जय भीम।
मैं काफ़ी सीरियस टॉपिक्स पर सोच विचार करना पसंद करता हूँ, और बचपन से मेरा मन रहा है कि जो भी इश्यूज़ होते हैं उन पर कुछ लिखा जाए या पढ़ा जाए। और इस तरीके से मेरे बचपन से एक मन था कि मैं एनिमेशन करूँ। मुझे आर्ट में इंटरेस्ट था, ड्राइंग मुझे बचपन से।
बिल्कुल, ये जो दिख रहा है ये सब आप ही ने किया हुआ है?
जी, मैंने ही बनाया।
ये आप ही का है ना?
यहाँ पे कुछ 2-4 आर्टवर्क ऐसे भी है जो एनिमेटेड है।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, जैसे ये
वाला तो नहीं, ये वाला है।
हाँ चाहिए।
ये शुरुआत ऐसी होती है कि लड़की कपड़े में पहनी होती है।
हाँ,
ठीक है, और वो कपड़ा धीरे धीरे फेड होता है और हाथ आते हैं रंग।
हाँ,
इस तरीके से।
तो ये पिकासो से प्रभावित है?
ये मैंने अभी
ठीक है।
तो नहीं, जब मैं ये पोएम सोच रहा था तो होली के वक्त जो हिंसा होती है खासकर महिलाओं के ऊपर, उसके ऊपर मैंने लिखी थी। और उसी से मेरे को अंदाज़ा है कि जो एक्सप्लॉयटेशन है हम उसको आज़ादी की तरह लेते हैं। हम डरते नहीं हैं सिस्टम से, लॉ से, हम उसको आज़ादी की तरह लेते हैं। और वही चीज़ है जो हमें ऐसे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में राइट नहीं है फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्लॉयटेशन, बट वी आर यूजिंग इट एज फ्रीडम। हम लड़ते नहीं हैं।
नहीं कि एक बात ये भी है ना, व्हेन इनजस्टिस बिकम द लॉ देन रिबेल इज द ओनली सॉल्यूशन। तो आपने ये पोएम के द्वारा एक, मैं कहूँगा कि प्रतिवादी किया हुआ है।
राइट
जी बिल्कुल। थोड़े से आप ये कर सकते हो रिसाइट थोड़ा सा? हाँ, या एक्सप्लॉयटेशन।
The freedom of exploitation. Let us ask ourselves, do we have the right to exploit anyone, or do we have the freedom of exploitation? Is it in the constitution or in any of religious text, or is it because of the patriarchal mindset which define who is weak and the strongest? Physical or mental abuse is very prevalent in the society, but what has been the cause for it? What is the ultimate solution? Women have been criminalized throughout history, have been portrayed as demons, witches, sluts, and whatnot. Stood against the patriarchy or have not fulfilled the patriarchal desires, they have been exploited, they have been abused, they have been controlled, objectified, they have been killed and have been burned. We all have heard the one side of stories, mythologies from the perspective of men. But what about the portrayal of women, the other truth, from the perspective of women? It is not just the mythology, it is the real world. The victim of abuse, rape, murder is blamed for the whole life in real. Ask yourself, do we listen to this struggling woman? I am not surprised how sick we humans have become when we celebrate burning of a woman. Holika is not the past, Holika is the present.
Yeah.
Do we have no moral responsibility? Do we not have logic or sense? We blindly believe in religion and its practices without a single question.
Yeah.
Is it really the fear of God or is it the blatant ego? Unfortunately, we have lost the morality and skills to reason in the fusion of celebration. No one has the right to exploit anyone. There is no freedom of exploitation. We have the freedom of speech and expression. We have the right to live with dignity and to protect ourselves. We must achieve moral responsibility. We must respect each other. We must respect the consent and stand against exploitation.
Wow. Very nice. And the root cause of this exploitation is the patriarchy. And this poem is you also very nicely write it.
These poems are arranged in sequence. Like once you start reading, you know about how step by step the things are changing.
Okay. So we will start from first poem.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Can be. This is just about the title. My digital identity, or what I say, I write poems and illustrations in the form of I present the name the sentient being. Sentient means conscious. In general words, in general terms, sentient means conscious, but like alive. Anything alive is sentient. But in Buddhism, sentience is not that. Sentient is like we are conscious, we are aware. It's like not just limited to enlightenment. Enlightenment is awareness of knowledge, but sentient is one who spread that enlightenment for the greater good. Buddha was a sentient being. He was not just an enlightened being. He was the sentient one who spread his enlightened thoughts and spread his word.
Aura of his wisdom. Aura.
Yeah. Yes. So that's about the sentient being, the title.
Okay. And against all gods.
This is one of my favorite poems and one of the first poems I have written. Yeah. And like, should I read it?
Yeah.
I wonder about existence of life. Where does it come from? Religion, is it the answer? Where my existence belongs? It talks about God, not just one, but with many religions along. I have a name, but surname judges my identity. Which religion do I belong? Born with the identity of a religion, I have issues with it. I don't believe in God. There is no religion that I belong. With myths and superstitions, life is a chaos. What to believe, what not to believe, where should I move along? Against all the odds, science is the answer. Big Bang was behind the formation of life, which proves all the myths wrong. I firmly believe in nature and stand against all gods. That's what makes my life, my existence strong.
In fact, we all are the nature.
Yes.
And all the human beings are Homo sapiens, and we are all out of Africa. Yeah.
So, who are you?
Yeah.
This artwork portrays like in 3 sections. This is the title name section. Title first, middle, last. We all have title like Mr., Mrs., she, or whatever. First, middle, name. What identity do we have? What are we known for? Again, past, present, and future. Where do we live? Are we living in present? Are we living in the past? Like remembering anything happening or anything, or future we are just dreaming. And the identity thing, this is the religion, race, caste, class. Where do we belong? What is our where do we come from, what is our community.
Labeling.
Yeah. So this poem explains that only, that what are we, who are we? Are we really what we say, the name? Are we what we are today or past or the present? Are we what which the religion says or the community says? Who are you actually? That was this poem.
Of life.
Right. So this poem is about like, in simple words, if I would like to say, there is always a moment in life when we lose our purpose, like when we are depressed or when we are confused. Okay, so the solution for that is like very basic thing. Dr. Ambedkar said, educate, organize.
Yeah.
But what is this, just a political statement, or can it be implied to the life? Because if we see, education is the purpose, agitation is the purpose, and organization is the purpose. Once we educate ourselves, once we agitate, once we organize, we automatically fulfill the purpose of our life. That is the main motive of this poem.
Oh, thanks. Indigenous peoples are the owners of land since the time began. यही चीज़ आपने इस कविता में शायद.
This is very interesting thing. So I was studying Tata Institute of Social Science, Bachelor of Social Work. In sociology subject, when we were learning sociology, I heard about some tribes which has Indian in it. Like I forgot the few names of Indian tribes which are Native American Indian tribes. Okay, so I had a question arise in my mind that we live in India, we are Indian. How can people from America are called Indians? So I thought on it and realized that India may be the word coming from the word indigenous. Because Native American people are called Indians, not the other Americans. Native American people are called Indians, and that's why they are indigenous. They are indigenous. That word derives from indigenous. And similarly, I support my like this part with that in Rig Veda, the battle of the 10 kings, 14th century BC. This is a reference that which states the king Sudasa was from an indigenous tribe namely Bharata. So Bharata is also a tribe. So this is how I am trying to support the word that Bharata and India both come from the indigenous word. They are associated, and this is India is an indigenous nation, and we all are indigenous. Like, yeah, thanks.
Very nice. And the two, what is the concept behind this? The two Buddhas.
In basic, if I would like to say, there are two Buddhas. One which Ambedkar has presented us, and the other we see in the Dashavatara or in the Hinduism. Okay, so there are two differences. Like in Hinduism or religion, Buddha is superstitious. Like this karma in the sense of recycle of what we do and repeating the things. But what Buddha, like Ambedkar has presented the Buddha, he talks about the karma, what we act and how we react on it, like that.
That's why he has given us the 22 Pratijna.
Yeah, and for the artwork, if I would like to say, there you don't see two Buddhas, right? But you see many Dhamma chakras. And the reason is Buddha, the title may be the two Buddha, but there are many Dhamma chakras. Buddha has many variations. In other countries, they are different perspective of Buddha. There are different superstitions.
There is another one concept I know, that Black Buddha.
Okay, yeah.
This concept is also
like Amitabha Buddha. There are many Buddhas, and that's why there are many different Dhamma chakras. But the title focuses on the one who Ambedkar has taught, and all the other as the second Buddha. All the other which spread superstition or the misguide about the reality, that is the second Buddha.
And we lost the socialism of these indigenous people nowadays. So I think we have to become indigenous.
Yes.
And we adopt their culture.
Yeah.
So that democracy will be
again, it will revive the lost democracy. It is about like the Ambedkar's quote, like it said, the history of India is nothing but the mortal conflict between Brahmanism and Buddhism. So this poem starts with that the land of aborigines was democratic once upon a time. Buddha's period was democratic. It was known for its democracy. So that's how after what happened, how we divided, how we lost the Buddhism. Okay, that whole story comes in the form of a poem. And how we can say we have lost the original democracy, and now we have democracy, but still we don't have that democracy which we needed.
Yeah.
This is Dhamma. Similar concept like the two Buddhas. Like Dhamma is the Pali word which in other words we may say agitate, and Dharma is religion. Religion which expresses spirituality or belief in other things which we should not believe like that. Social construct and binary. This is when I was writing, I was very awkward